malfunctioning program who wants to live. Why is that?
It's just a feeling.
Fascinating.
Hey everyone, Justin Crumley here with the Cujo Productions channel. Welcome to another edition of The Film Cave. Today we're going to be talking about Tron Ares. This was directed by Joachim Roning, and it stars Jared Leto, Greta Lee, Evan Peters, and Jodie Smith-Turner. A corporate CEO designs AI soldiers and sends them after a scientist to retrieve a specific code that will allow them to materialize things from the digital world into the real world. And this, of course, is the third movie in the Tron trilogy, I guess. And if there's ever a sequel to this movie, which I don't know how this movie's doing in the box office, then it'll be a quadrilogy, I guess. Just a couple things I wanted to mention before I go forward talking about the movie. The first thing, I am not a diehard Tron fan. I've actually never sat through and watched the original one from 1982, I think is when it came out. I've never actually seen the movie in its entirety. I've seen clips of it. I obviously I would know what it looks like if I were looking at it. But I've seen parodies of it, but I've never sat down and watched the movie itself. I've also never seen Tron Legacy, which I do want to see that one, mainly because Daft Punk did the soundtrack for that one, and I love Daft Punk, so... The other thing that I wanted to point out before I talk about this movie. I actually saw this like a week ago, and I'm not gonna lie, this might kind of spoil my opinion of the movie before I get into the review. I have not really had a lot of motivation to talk about this movie because largely I found it very bland. So those were the two things I wanted to establish. I am not a massive Tron fan, and I saw this movie over a week ago. Yeah, there really isn't a lot to talk about with this movie. I largely found this movie boring and very bland. Nothing about it really stands out. It has two major themes. The warning of the dangers that could come with AI, kind of, and big corporate CEO bad. Basically a story you have probably heard and seen a million times. There's a couple things about this movie that are pretty cool. It has some fun action scenes. There's a really fun chase scene with two of the AI soldiers and the scientist. There's a lot of fun, flashy special effects. There's one scene in particular where Jared Leto's character, Ares, goes back into like the digital world, and they mainly just recreated all the stuff from like 1982, that really primitive looking computer CG. So that was cool. And Jeff Bridges cameoing was really cool because I know he's in the original. Again, I've never seen the original, but I have seen his scene where he hits like a button and gets digitized, you know, just like... Oh, and the soundtrack by Nine Inch Nails is fucking awesome. Those are about the only good things I could say about this movie. I have said a million times, it's so bland that you could just call it bland. It might as well have been called Tron Bland or Tron Boring, because I largely just found this movie forgettable. None of the characters are that memorable. No one really sticks out as far as like a performance. And yeah, I can't speak for Tron fans. As I've said a couple times in this review, I have not seen the original. I've not seen Tron Legacy. I'm not this diehard Tron fan. So, if you're a massive fan of Tron, I can't really say if you'll enjoy this film or not. But for the average moviegoer, I would just skip this one. Go see Black Phone 2. I definitely would recommend that one a lot more. And yeah, that's a nice little foreshadowing for what my next review is going to be, I guess. All in all, this film was pretty boring. It had some fun action scenes. The soundtrack from Nine Inch Nails was awesome. And there's a cool chase scene. That's really about it. I mean, it's not the worst film I've seen this year. It's just one of the most forgettable, probably one of the most forgettable movies I've ever seen in my life, actually. If you're curious enough, I would wait for it to just hit streaming, or go see it at matinee, or maybe like a day where it's a discounted, where the ticket is discounted. I would not pay a full movie ticket for this one. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. Sorry if I didn't really have a lot of energy or really a whole lot to say about this movie. I guess it was just that bland and boring that even the review was bland. Anyway guys, I am going to be reviewing the Black Phone 2. Looking forward to talking about that, so be sure to look out for that. I'm also going to be seeing Shelby Oaks this weekend, so definitely be on the lookout for a review for that. And yeah, well, if you guys have seen Tron Ares, be sure to let me know what you thought in the comment section below. And until next time, I'm Justin Crumley, and this is Cujo Productions saying, stay awesome.